Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back. So I get so many comments and queries regarding future content, from wanting to see the inside of my closet, wanting to see my CD collection, my top 10 favorite bands, or most notably recently, my all-time favorite concert. If there's one thing my interaction with all of you has done for me, it is conjure up the most intense nostalgia. And it's an interesting combination of emotions because I feel both wistful and sad. Because wistful, obviously, because it was an amazing time and it's really nice to reflect on them, but also sad because those times are over. And through sharing those stories with you, I really get to relive those moments through the excitement, the anticipation, and it's complete with the butterflies and all the emotion that came along with it. So I do appreciate it. So come on, keep those suggestions coming. I've had the opportunity to see a ton of bands live. I've gotten to see London After Midnight, Switchblade Symphony, Frontline Assembly, KMFDM, Da Seek, Skinny Puppy, Laibach, Covenant, Wolfsheim, Black Tape for a Blue Girl, Seabound, Individual Totem, a bunch. Let's just say a bunch. If you want, I could try to remember them all and make a list, but I've seen a ton of bands. I'm trying to figure out what my favorite concert was, and I came to the conclusion that I don't have one, I have two. When I was a teenager, I never thought in a million years that I would ever get the opportunity to get to see either of these bands because they had long since stopped producing music by the time I got a hold of them. And when they were touring and when they were putting out records, I was a baby in diapers and, doing, gross baby things with bodily fluids and whatever. I was in no fit state to buy an album, let alone see them live. And the fact that they got back together and were touring just completely blew my mind. So I was utterly ecstatic. The first one to tour was Sisters of Mercy, and this was in 1997. They were touring, and when I found out their U.S. tour dates, I was, fuck, I live in New York. You'd think that one of their stops would be New York. They go to Philly. Nice try, Mr. Eldridge. Not keeping me away that easily. 17 years old, and I was not able to drive yet, but we managed to rally the troops, load up into 2 cars, and made the trek from New York to Philadelphia. When we got there, we had actually found that we weren't the only ones peeved with the band's decision to just play Philadelphia. I think they played some other shows within the U.S., but on the East Coast, the choices were so limited. But we weren't the ones that had come the furthest, as we'd come to find. There were people that had come from Ohio, there were people from D.C., there were people from Maryland. I mean, people came from far and wide to see Sisters of Mercy, and why wouldn't you? I mean, they are an iconic band. I mean, if the experience of seeing Sisters of Mercy wasn't amazing enough, I mean, you have to figure I'm 17 years old and I'm a rage of hormones and everything is dramatic. Everything that's, should be at a 5 is at a 20. So I have that coupled with the natural excitement of seeing the band. So obviously you could probably imagine the explosions that were taking place all over the place because a lot of us were teenagers. And it was so much fun because we got to meet and interact with people that were of the same mindset. We all never thought we would ever get to see this band live. And here we were, stood in a venue waiting for Sisters of Mercy to take the stage. And when they did, they didn't disappoint. Absolutely amazing, mind melt awesome. And of course, Andrew Eldridge had his head so far up his ass that he can give himself his own colonoscopy. But would you expect anything less from the man? But all joking aside, it was an amazing show, and if I could do it all again, I totally would. It was amazing. It was an experience, and it is one of my fondest memories. And don't just take my word for it. I have found the show in its entirety that has been uploaded to YouTube, so you can actually see the very concert that I was at in 1997 in Philadelphia. So I'm going to be posting the link in the description, so feel free to have a look. And just a year later, maybe even a little bit less, my mind was blown once again. 3 words. Bauhaus Reunion Tour. Personally, I want to openly state I utterly adore, love Bauhaus. Bauhaus is by far one of my favorite bands. I don't like the idea of fangirling out. I was 18 at the time, and I will readily admit that Peter Murphy I liked him. So the year's 1998, we are stood outside Hammerstein Ballroom waiting to get in to see Bauhaus, and the line to get in is at least 3 to 4 city blocks long. Just seeing everybody and the excitement and everybody's faces. And 4 people behind me was Lisa Hammer and Eric Hammer of Morse Politica and Requiem in White, and Pete Steele was even there. Actually, Pete Steele of Typo Negative was somebody we saw around quite a lot. He towered over everybody, so it was really hard to miss him, but I digress. So we get in, and the venue is absolutely massive. It holds over 2,000 people, and it's completely sold out. This is the most intense show that I have ever been to. Nothing prior nor since have I ever felt anything like this. The lights dimmed, indicating that the band was about to start, and the energy in that room was palpable. So they take the stage and open with Double Dare. Peter Murphy, he didn't even have to come out on stage. When they opened that song, he appeared, just his face, on a TV screen in this high contrast, kind of bluey black and white. And he's on the screen and he's all, I dare you. And everybody collectively lost their shit. And I lost my voice and any semblance of shame I might have had. The music was awesome. The band sounded amazing. Hands down, most amazing show. It was awesome. It was amazing. And Peter Murphy was... But again, don't take my word for it. The video to the show in its entirety at Hammerstein Ballroom in 1998 that I was in attendance, where absolute pandemonium ensued, is here on YouTube. So by all means, have a look. It is so much fun. I'm just watching it has actually brought back those feelings. And I don't know if you can hear, I find it kind of amusing that I'm losing my voice just talking about it. I've had to stop filming a few times to cough my brains out and fill this jug of water up, which I keep drinking from. And I'm probably going to make myself a cup of tea with a whole load of honey in it once this is done. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to hit that button. I upload once a week. And check out those videos. They're absolutely amazing. And the fact that they're up here just to sort of back my story is amazing. So you get to hear about it and then actually see it yourself. So thanks for watching. Bye.